With so many incredible server types to choose from, you're never limited with regards to picking your own adventure. However, some servers do benefit you more than others, and here I'm going to try and convince you to pick a hardcore server as your next one. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a subscribe, it really helps me out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So, apparently I've travelled so far, I've entered the world of Minecraft. The first reason is the community. The hardcore community is mostly filled with long-term players. They're dedicated DayZ gamers who play the game properly. They're up for adventure and know how to have a good time. If you manage to team up with some of them, you'll not only have one hell of an adventure, but you'll understand what it truly is to not only rely on someone, but have them rely on you too. Next, DayZ is a game that requires you to focus on the little things. It makes you rely on your limited equipment and supplies to survive, but on a hardcore server it really turns up the heat. This means that you really don't want to be sent to the coast here, and as a result you slowly become more aware. You calculate more. Every decision carries more weight. All of this eventually adds to you gaining risk assessment skills and survival skills you never knew were a thing, and once you learn them, your entire approach to DayZ will change. This is an incredible way to boost them skills. Then, and this is probably something you'll notice right away, almost every proper hardcore server is locked to first person perspective only. Even if you're not a fan of first person only and you love the option to switch, that's perfectly fine, but hear me out. First person only perspective has a lot of benefits over third person, some of which can improve your overall game as well. The first benefit being for combat. Combat in first person, whether you're fighting zombies or players, gives you better control over the player. It increases your perceptibility and not only increases your defensive ability, but your fighting ability too. That is a lot of uses of the word ability. Furthermore, it takes away things such as corner peeking, which is common on third person servers. This is where someone will stand completely protected and edge the camera around the corner to gauge your position, meaning they can ambush you, spot you before you spot them, reveal your location, and a bunch of other things that are strategic nightmares. If you're both locked in first person, you're both on equal ground. It can also give you a challenge. Even as a veteran player with thousands of hours under your belt, the feeling of being able to go and really push yourself to survive is an amazing one. It keeps things interesting and gives you a blank canvas, allowing you to appreciate and enjoy all of its core mechanics to their fullest, without suffering the tedium you often feel. Which kind of leads into a separate but somewhat related thing. You'll now really need to focus on staying well, warm, dry, watered, and fed. You don't realize how forgiving DayZ can be until you've been on a true hardcore server. However, keep in mind that there are different variations of hardcore server too. So there are the really difficult ones, or there are the transitional servers that add a few of these things, but not everything, making it easier for players to get into hardcore play. I'm just gonna pretend I meant to do that. Next, you figured out quickly that people are more desperate than ever to hold on to the things they have, which means caution, betrayal, and social discourse is way beyond its normal scope. Some of the best and most unhinged interactions happen on hardcore servers. You don't just want to survive on DayZ, you want to thrive. And if you want to thrive on a hardcore server, not being kind is one of the best ways to try and do it. This doesn't mean it's a kill on sight frenzy, far from it. Like most places, you get friendly and unfriendly players, but even the nicest players need to survive, so you have to be careful. Then there's the fact that once you can survive here, you can survive anywhere. The loot is very low on hardcore and things like nails are almost non-existent. You're constantly battling with the elements, the wildlife, other players, and that damn hunger noise. Once you learn how to survive Jumanji, the real world is not so tough. If you want to improve your looting game, hardcore is for you. Though I do say if you're absolutely brand new to the game, as long as you're at a level where you can survive official, you can still learn on a hardcore server. You just need to be a little bit more patient. You might want to play on one of the lesser hardcore servers that are still hardcore, or at least the servers with hardcore elements before finally stepping into full hardcore. But for help surviving on even the hardest server out there, click here. And as always, until next time.